Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Ways and Means Committee meeting for January 22nd. Please stand and join me in the pledge to our flag. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Stockin.
Present.
Mr. Fanton. Mrs. Burdick. Here. Mr. Demick. Mr. Havey.
Here.
Mr. Healy.
Here.
Mr. Ricky.
Here.
Mrs. Root. Here. And Mr. Harris. 6 present, 2 absent.
Approval of the minutes for January 8th, please.
Healy will move it. Ricky, second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, and that's carried. The audits were emailed to you and copies on your desk. Will we have a motion, please?
Root will make that motion.
Healy will second.
Discussion, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, and that's carried. Thank you. County Treasurer, or excuse me, Administrator has an item for us.
We have an item related to our THUD funding for the fairgrounds. So this is to accept, well, we already accepted and appropriated, but to reappropriate the THUD money.
Do we have a motion?
Healy will move it.
Havey will second.
Are there any questions?
Aye.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the grant money we got through Congressman Langworthy's office, is that correct?
It is, yep.
All right, well, once again, we want to thank our congressman on behalf of the county for this and the great job he's doing. Thank you.
Other comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Our clerk has the insurance recovery.
Yes, I'm requesting a resolution to accept a check from NYMER in the amount of $46,613.78, and that is representing the settlement on the June 17th lightning strike here in the county office building.
Motion?
Havey will move that.
Root will second.
Are there questions? All in favor? Opposed? And that's carried.
Thank you.
Now we have referrals from committees. And first up is Human Services. Ma'am?
Office for the Aging Director Anita Madison requests a resolution to apply for the Elder Abuse Education and Outreach Program Community Mini Grant from Lifespan of Greater Rochester on behalf of the Allegheny County Elder Abuse Prevention Committee. Activities would include education and outreach to increase awareness, recognition, and reporting abuse, neglect, and financial exploitation of older adults in our community. This revenue and expense will be added to the 2025 budget if received. No county share is required, and I will move that.
Havey will second.
Are there questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.
Commissioner of Social Services Don Horn requests a resolution to enter into a contract with the New York State Office of Children and Family Services and to appropriate New York State Office of Children and Family Services grant funds for $66,666. The grant will be used for partially contracted staff of the CAC and the cost of the subscription for the Khalid Celebrate Extraction Program. This award was not budgeted for the calendar 2025 year and will require a budget adjustment as follows, and he lists the adjustments of $66,666 in appropriations and $66,666 in revenue, and I will move that.
Root will second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.
And Mr. Horn requests a resolution for approval of the federal fiscal year 2024-25 Resource Allocation Plan Agreement with the Office of Children and Family Services, authorizing the chairman of the board and the county treasurer to execute said agreement, providing for appropriation of the funds when subcontract agreements for youth programs are approved. The total of the resource allocation plan is as follows, and the total is $93,312, and I will move that.
Healy will second.
Any questions?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Thank you.
And Mr. Harahan requests a resolution authorizing him to apply for the 2025 Victim Assistance Grant Program for the Allegheny County Child Advocacy Center for the period of September 2025 to September 2026. The grant will be for the operation of the Child Advocacy Center for cover salary, fringe benefits, program costs, supplies, and materials, and other miscellaneous expenditures to support victims of sexual assault. This grant could require matching funds of 20 to 25%. OVS has the authority to grant match waivers. Waiver applications would be a priority with any awards, and I move that.
Helio, second it.
Discussion?
I'd just like to comment that this is a much-needed service, not only for our county, but in particular in this county and for the whole country. They provide a vital service, and we also do provide those services for Cattaraugus County through a contract with them. So, thank you.
Other comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? And that's carried. Planning and Economic Development, Ms. Root?
Yes, thank you. Director of Planning Keir Durham requests a resolution authorizing him to apply for a RFA 0262 County Agriculture and Farmland Protection Planning Grant to update the county's Agriculture and Farmland Protection Plan. Updating the county's Agriculture and Farmland Protection Plan will provide valuable guidance for the future of agriculture by identifying key areas to protect and developing strategies to maintain the economic viability of the agricultural business. The county's share of funding must be at least 20% in cash, estimated up to $10,000, with no more than 80% in-kind services, and I will move that.
Ricky, second.
Are there questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Dunham requests permission to fill one full-time Deputy Director of Planning position, non-union, grade 3, in the Department of Planning. The annual salary of this position is estimated to be between $63,000 and $90,000, with annual benefits estimated to be between $26,000 and $37,000. This position is funded with 100% county funds and is included in the 2025 budget. And I will move that.
Ricky, second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.
Okay, County Administrator Kristen Knapp requests a resolution to accept and appropriate a Community Development Block Grant funding award for a housing market assessment and development study in the amount of $50,000. Grant funds will be used to complete a comprehensive analysis of current housing conditions, trends, and needs to improve housing security in Allegheny County. Ms. Knapp also requests that the chairman of the board be authorized to execute the contract agreement and any other documents necessary to effective the work scope, subject to review and approval of the terms and conditions by the county attorney, and I will move that.
Ricky, second.
Any discussion, questions?
Is it work to be done in-house?
No, it won't be. We'll be hiring a consultant for that one.
Thank you.
Other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Thank you. That's all the referrals that I have. Is there any unfinished business? New business? Good of the order.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I would be delighted to have a short caucus in the DPW conference room at 125, please.
Anything else for good of the order? Hearing none, a motion to adjourn.
Ricky, you move.
Vertical, second.
All in favor? Opposed? We are adjourned.